Hello student. Student, in last video we were discussing about the method used to measure the length. First we have discussed about the indirect method, and then we have discussed about the first we have discussed about the direct method, then we have discussed indirect method. So student, there is one more example in the indirect method, that is called parallax. What? Parallax. It is called parallax. But student, this is the very common method which is used to measure the distance between earth and planets, or earth and stars. Okay, so first of all we have to understand what is the meaning of parallax. Beta, parallax means, student, this is a pen. What you have to do, you just close your one eye and look at this pen. You first fix this pen in front of your face, okay, and then close one eye, and then open this eye and close this eye. Have you noticed one thing? The position of this pen will be changed when we will change our point of observation. These eyes are the point of observation. When I have closed these eyes, point of observation is this. So I have watched this pen at this point, at this place, okay, and when I have closed this eye, that now my point of observation is at something like at this point. So this is the change in the position of object with respect to the background. What is the meaning of parallax? Change in the position of object with respect to ground when point of observation is changed. That is called parallax. I am explaining you again. Beta, you put this pen or any object in front of your face and close one eye and see this object. Then you close another eye and see this object. What you will notice? You will notice that the position of pen will be changed. जबकि ये क्या है, फिक्स कर रखी है आपने, बट आपको क्या लगेगा कि पोजीशन क्या होगी है, चेंज होगी है. सो शिफ्ट इन द meaning of parallax is shift in the position of object with respect to change in point of with respect to background. When point of observation is change. ओके, देखो होना क्या चाहिए था कि जो ऑब्जेक्ट जहां पर है वहीं पर दिखना चाहिए था, लेकिन क्या हुआ, when we have changed the point of observation, there is a little shift in the place of object with respect to the background. Okay, so this is called parallax. So how this method, and beta, the distance between point of observation means, in first case point of observation is this, in second case point of observation is this eye. तो इन दोनों, the distance between these two point of observation is called bases. What? Distance, first you write distance between point of observation is called basis. Okay, what? distance between point of observation. First point of observation is this, second point of observation is this. So this distance is called basis. Getting? Now, so how we will measure the distance by using this parallax method? Student, suppose this is the object. This is object and this is the first point of observation, means this one is left point of observation and this is the right point of observation. I have told you we will change the point of observation. This one is left point of observation and this one is right point of observation. So let this distance is S. Let angle subtended by these point of observation is theta. Let the angle subtended by these point of observation with object is theta and B is the distance between point of observation. This B is called basis. Okay. So now how we will calculate this distance? It's very simple. I have told you angle equal to arc. Arc means this distance upon radius. Arc means B, radius is S, theta. Okay student, so we can calculate this distance if we know this angle. If we know this angle, we will put this value here. If we know this distance, we will put value here and easily we can calculate this angle S. So theta equal to B over S. Okay student, so we can calculate the value. This value means we can calculate the distance. So beta, how this method will be used to measuring the distance between planets and Earth? It's very easy. Suppose these two are the point of observation at the surface of Earth and this one is the position of star. This is the position of star and these 2 points are the position of observation. So if we know the distance between these two and if we know the angle, if we know the distance between these two means this value of B, because we have taken point of observation by our choice. मैंने अपनी choice से ले रखी है तो मुझे पता होगा कि मेरे left और right वाले observation में कितनी distance है. तो and if we know the value of this angle theta, we can easily calculate the distance between Earth and planet. So so the parallax method is used to measure the distance between Earth and planet. So beta, there is one problem. How? What will be the problem? Can you guess? Please tell. Please write in comment section. What will be the problem while we calculate the distance by using this method? Student, look at here. Suppose this is our Earth and this is the position of star or any planet. I have taken 2 points of observation left and right like this. This is the surface of Earth. We can take these points of observation by our choice. This is our choice. Okay. So let the distance between these two is B. Okay. So distance will be distance between, we have to calculate this distance. Let this distance is S and angle made by this left and right point of observation is this left and right observation with star is theta. What is this theta? Theta is the angle made by left point of observation and right point of observation with star. This is theta. Student, I asked you, there is one problem. What is that problem? Student, how we will measure this angle? Because we cannot go at that place. हम वहां पे स्टार में नहीं जा पाएंगे क्योंकि अगर हम स्टार के पास चलेंगे तो हम लेंथ भी मेजर कर लेंगे. Because so how we will measure this angle? This is the main problem. Okay, in this method. But there is so we have to do some changes in this method. Okay, so my question is how we will measure the this angle, because in previously I have told you theta equal to arc means b over distance s. So we can calculate this distance very simply, theta s equal to b over theta. If we know this angle theta, we can calculate the distance between star and earth. But how we will, question is how we will calculate this theta. This is the question. So student, what we will do, student, we will take to another object or to another star which are which are comparatively in same height as that of our target star. This one is our target star. I have taken one star here, I have taken another star here. So what we will do, I will join this, we have joined this. Now because this is the position on the surface of earth, now we can measure this angle. We can measure this angle and we can measure this angle. We have taken two other star or any object which are the same height and parallel to our target star. So what will be this? You break this. Now this angle is vertically opposite to this angle. If this one is theta 1 and this one is theta 2, so what it will be? This angle will be equal to this angle, it will be theta 1, and if this angle will be equal to this angle theta 2. So by calculating theta 1 and theta 2, we can calculate this value theta. How? Theta equal to arc over radius. So s will be b upon theta. Value of theta can be calculated by find outing the value of theta 1 and theta 2. So student, this is the parallax method. So many times it will come in 12th, you have to use this method also. So it is necessary to explain this topic. Okay, so student, I hope you got what I want to say. If still you are facing any problem, don't worry, you just call me, I will explain you. Okay student, now I am going to explain you one of the most important topic of your physics, or you can say of your this chapter, that is the dimension. What? Dimension. Dimension. Beta, this one is the one of the most important topic of this chapter. So please watch this video very properly, because these dimensions are used in 12th. In last chapter, till last chapter of class 12th, you have to use this. So where these are very easy, just watch this video, you will very easily knows how you will find out it. Okay, so beta, I am explaining you this topic by using one example. Okay, I am taking example of force. So many times I have explained you force. Okay, what is force? Force equal to mass into acceleration. What? Mass into acceleration. What is mass? Mass you knows. Beta, what is force? Force is the derived physical quantity. I have already told you derived physical quantity are the combination of fundamental physical quantity. So at that time I have told you that we have to know how we can break the derived physical quantity into the fundamental physical quantity. मैं चाहता मैं डायरेक्ट बोल देता कि the unit of force is Newton. You all knows. I think you knows unit of force is Newton. But I am here expanding it. Okay, so mass, acceleration will be velocity upon time. Okay, again mass velocity equal to displacement upon time square, because velocity equal to displacement upon time and we have one time already, so it will be time square. Mass, what is displacement? Length upon time square. So student, you knows unit of mass is kilogram, unit of length is meter, unit of time is second. So SI unit of force is Newton and 1 Newton is equal to the kilogram meter per second square. Okay student, I have explained you this topic already in last video. Okay, but student, this time my topic is dimension. Student, what is the meaning of dimension? Dimensions are used to represent how many times fundamental physical quantity is using to represent any derived physical quantity. What? How many times given derived physical quantity contains the fundamental physical quantity. Okay, what? Dimensions are used to find out how many times fundamental quantity are used to represent any derived physical quantity. Here mass is using 1 time, means its power is 1. Here length is using 1 time, its power is 1. Here time is using 2 time, means to represent force we are using time is the fundamental physical quantity. I already told you we are using time 2 time. Okay, so dimension of force will tell you the time will be used 2 time to describe its dimension. Okay, to describe the force. So dimension is are used to find out how many time given quantity contains fundamental physical quantity. Okay, how many times given quantity means given derived quantity, DERIVED, derived quantity contains fundamental physical quantity. Okay, so student, to represent dimension of any physical quantity we use the symbols which we are used in SI unit. Means to represent mass we will use capital M in bracket. To represent length we will use L. To represent time we will use capital T. We will use this symbol to represent dimension. Then temperature, in some books it is represented by theta and in many books it is represented by capital K, Kelvin. Okay, and current, it is represented by capital A in bracket. All the dimensions are written inside the bracket. This one, close bracket. Amount of substance M small o capital L, and luminous of intensity capital C small t. These all are the symbols which are used to represent the SI unit. I have already told you. So these symbols are used to represent the dimension of physical quantity. So I think you all have written this. I am explaining it again in another term, so it will be more clear to you what is the meaning of, what is the exact meaning of dimension. So beta, it is very easy, don't be panic. Okay. So I have told you force equal to kilogram meter per second square. So what will be its dimension? Kilogram is represented by capital M, meter is represented by L, second is represented by T square. So it will be MLT minus 2. So MLT minus 2 is the dimension of force. So I am dictating its definition again in another term. These are, beta, what is M? Kilogram, meter, second. These are the powers of fundamental physical unit. देखो ये M क्या बता रहा है? This M is simply telling us that it comes one time. M power 1, L power 1, T is power minus 2. ये बता रहा है कि इस फॉर्मूले में M वन टाइम आया है क्योंकि M की पावर 1 है. L came one time and time came 2 time. Okay, time कितनी बार आया? 2 आया है. 2 time आया है. So I am explaining this definition in another term. These are the powers of fundamental physical quantity or unit which raised to represent any which are raised to represent any derived physical quantity. I am writing this definition because this one is the another definition of dimension. These are the power of fundamental physical quantity which are raised to represent any derived physical quantity. Means जो पावर, मैंने कहा ना पावर ऑफ, ये पावर कैसे रिप्रेजेंट हुई, कहां से जनरेट हुई? वी हैव रिप्रेजेंटेड derived physical quantity. We are using this to represent derived physical quantity, any derived physical quantity. Okay, these are the power of fundamental physical quantity which are raised to represent any derived physical quantity. Student, I am taking one more example. Suppose in exam you have to ask that write the dimension and write the unit and dimension of work. I am taking very simple example. Work, you have to write its unit and dimension. So work equal to what you will write? Force. Beta, you all know its SI unit is joule. So you have two options, whether you write its unit is joule. Okay, but try to write all the units in terms of fundamental unit or in terms of fundamental physical quantity. That will be much beneficial for you. Force into displacement. Okay, force equal to again mass into acceleration into displacement. Mass, acceleration equal to velocity upon time into displacement. Velocity equal to displacement into displacement. Velocity equal to displacement upon time. One time is already here. Time square. Beta, simply जो फॉर्मूला आपका वर्क का आया था इसमें हमने क्या किया, सॉरी जो जो फॉर्मूला हमारा फोर्स का आया था उसमें हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट से और मल्टीप्लाई कर देना है। डिस्प्लेसमेंट मींस लेंथ। तो फॉर्मूला जो हमारा फोर्स का था वो था मास इनटू लेंथ अपॉन टाइम स्क्वायर। तो इसका फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा, मास इनटू लेंथ का स्क्वायर अपॉन टाइम स्क्वायर। सो मास इनटू लेंथ स्क्वायर अपॉन टाइम square. So these power means mass power 1, length power 2, time power 2. These powers are called dimension. Means these are the power of fundamental unit or fundamental physical quantity which are used to represent the derived physical quantity. तो हम ये जो फॉर्मूला है वो ये बता रहा है कि जो वर्क को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए हमने लेंथ को 2 टाइम यूज किया है, मास को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए वर्क को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए मास को हमने 1 टाइम यूज किया है और ऐसे टाइम को हमने 2 टाइम यूज किया है। सो व्हाट विल बी इट्स यूनिट, किलोग्राम मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, दिस इज द यूनिट। अब देखो इसको ऐसे निकालने का बेनिफिट क्या होगा, नाउ यू कैन राइट द इट्स डायमेंशन वेरी इजीली। किलोग्राम इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय m, मीटर l, स्क्वायर सो and time t square. Write it all these in bracket first like this. Now m l square t is power minus 2. So student, these are the units and dimension of fundamentals of any physical quantity. Maybe it is fundamental, maybe it is derived physical quantity. So student, in next video we will discuss much more about the fundamental physics, much more about the dimension. Okay, then we will study one more topic, that is application of dimension, or it is simply known as principle of homogeneity. First we will discuss the principle of homogeneity, then we will discuss 3 application of dimension. Okay, so then we will solve some numerical also. Okay student, don't think that I have not solved any numerical. बेटा जैसे ही सिलेबस थोड़ा सा होगा, सिलेबस मीन्स ये चैप्टर थोड़ा सा मतलब ये टॉपिक कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे, देन आई विल गिव यू अ वीडियो लेक्चर ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल। तो सिलेबस आपका पूरा कंप्लीट होगा, whether it is theory, whether it is derivation, whether it is numerical। तो जो भी इसके डायमेंशंस के एप्लीकेशन है उनके मैं हर एक न्यूमेरिकल कराऊंगा, और इससे पहले भी अगर कोई ऐसा न्यूमेरिकल होगा मुझे लगेगा कि आपके लिए दैट इज वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू, सो आई विल गिव यू द वीडियो ऑफ दैट पोर्शन ऑल्सो। सो बेटा टिल देन यू ऑल टेक केयर योरसेल्फ, थैंक यू।